have created and will always share.
I would like to introduce to you today a man who needs no real introduction. His success speaks for itself. A former graduate of Divine Child High School, he graduated in the class of 1979. He is presently a distinguished disc jockey at 100 WNIC, Detroit's nicest rock. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you today Divine Child's own Steve Courtney Bimno.
Thank you very much. That was kind of wild. I kind of felt like a politician on the campaign trail there for a minute. I'd like to start off by, first of all, thanking Sister Chris and Father Cusick, members of the staff and faculty here at Divine Child, and of course the graduating seniors for having me here today. It is indeed an honor. When I was first asked by Catherine Hodge back in March to be here this afternoon, a lot of things went through my head as to what to say and exactly how to say them. And then it occurred to me, I said to myself, Self, it hasn't been all that long since you were in the exact same situation as these graduating seniors are today. It's been 5 years, just about exactly. A simple subtraction will get that for you. And a lot has happened in 5 years for me. But actually, it seems like just yesterday that I graduated. I remember, as the seniors did earlier today, gathering at the school and lining up in alphabetical order and making our procession down at the church here. And I can't tell a lie, especially in this building. I was very happy and very elated to be graduating. 12 years of work culminated by 4 years of very hard work here at Divine Child. And I was indeed happy. So we proceeded down to the church here for the ceremony, and the ceremony continued. A very strange thing happened. The feelings I was experiencing, first of all, with joy and elation, feelings were now being replaced by feelings of fear and anxiety. Why, you may ask? Because I realized that the following fall I wouldn't be doing what I was accustomed to be doing, that I had been doing for 4 years. That, of course, living at home with a safe roof over my head, getting up at 6:30, be to school at 8, go to class, get out, maybe take in a football or baseball practice, go home, do homework, eat dinner, watch TV, go to bed, do the same thing the following day. It wasn't going to be like that anymore. I had to make sure that I was paving the way for my future. Sure, my parents were going to be there, and friends that I had met here at Divine Child along the way, and indeed they were. But it was now my turn to produce make my own judgments along the way. But graduating seniors, if you're experiencing any sort of fear this morning or this afternoon, actually, they're not necessary. Because I assure you that training and guidance you've received here at Divine Child will be more than adequate as a beginning step into the business world. I've worked in Traverse City, and I've also worked in Defiance, Ohio. That's a small town an hour southwest of Toledo. And as soon as the potential employer saw Dearborn Divine Child on my resume, it basically superseded what talents I thought I could give him. There's always a couple of comments that people have to make to you when they realize that you are a Divine Child graduate. In my case, the first one was always, how did you get in there? And then they go on to say that the reputation and the tradition of Divine Child is rather excellent. In fact, the school motto that you've been looking at now for the last 4 years basically sums it up. Divine child, dedicated to excellence spiritually, academically, and athletically. And those, my friends, are words to live by for the next few years. For those of you who are going to college, or for those of you who are going to a vocational school, perhaps you're going to enter the job market right off the bat. It makes no difference. My advice to you this afternoon is to make sure you choose a career or a job that you know you're going to be happy with from the time you enter it until 20 years, 25 years down the road when you get your first gold watch. Too many times I've experienced problems with friends and acquaintances who have graduated from high school, have gone to college, and changed their majors maybe a dozen times in the 4 years that they're there. That's no good. Because eventually what's going to happen is you're going to get lost in the wash. And 4 years of college will mean basically nothing. So right now, friends, you should have an idea as to what you want to major in. And then by all means, go for it. This is America. It's a land of opportunity. But now's the time, as I stated earlier, that you're going to have to pave the way for yourselves. For those of you who are, once again, entering the job market here, make sure that you choose a job, a career, that you're going to be content with for many years to come. You may be sitting here now, graduates, asking yourself, what does it take to become successful? It's a pretty tough question. Success is a very amazing word. Sure, there are those that feel I'm successful because I sit in a room and play records and talk to myself for 4, 5, or 6 hours. Some people say that's crazy. I'm not successful in a vain way. Success in the 80s is gauged by how much money one has in the bank account. Or success could be gauged by the ability to walk outside and be recognized automatically by millions of people. That's not it at all, as far as I'm concerned. Success, I feel, is the ability to wake up in the morning, look yourself right in the mirror, and admit to yourself that you're very content with what you do for a living. I think it's an important point at this part, because if you look at it this way, a year from now, the majority of you will be finishing up your first years of college. And how amazing that's going to be. So this fall, after your first semester, if you can get up in the morning at college, or if you get up and get ready for work, if you can look at that mirror and say, yeah, I made the right decision, everything's going to work out fine, then friends, you are successful. The amount of money you make, the prestige that surrounds you, it's all irrelevant. Personal gratification, personal satisfaction is how I define success. The main thing is to use the training and guidance you received here at Divine Child. Use it to your advantage. Because, believe me, people are automatically impressed by Dearborn Divine Child. So, in closing, I wish you all the best of luck. For those of you who are going to college to pursue a career in communications, I'm right here in Dearborn. I'd love to help you out as much as I can. For those of you who are seeking to be lawyers and doctors, I'm sorry, there's not really a whole lot I can do for you. But good luck to you anyway. Once again, thank you for having me here. But I got to get something off my chest, my mind. For some reason, I think I'm here. Maybe because Jeff Chadwick couldn't make it. Is that it? Congratulations. The best of luck to you all. Thank you very much.